Good evening and welcome to our Born Too Soon fundraiser event in aid of Helping Holles Street at the National Maternity Hospital Foundation. We're so excited to be here on World Prematurity Day, which falls on November 17th every year, and the day is designed to raise awareness of preterm birth and concerns of preterm babies and their families around the world. So approximately 15 million babies are born preterm each year, accounting for about 1 in 10 babies worldwide. So all the kind donations that you make tonight will go towards providing high quality neonatal and maternity care within the National Maternity Hospital, and also goes towards funding research as well. So thank you so much for everybody who has already donated. I am just, your generosity is so appreciated, and this is a cause that is really close to my heart, so I really thank you for all coming out tonight and for supporting this really great cause. We have such an amazing lineup for you tonight. We've got artists from all over Ireland and New York as well here to perform for you. We have Pet Beast, we have spoken word artist Sasha Terfers, and we also have songstress Ellie O'Keefe and Stephanie Rainey here tonight, as well as myself, Trina O'Neill, to perform for you all. But before we get into the music, I'm sure many of you on the event tonight will know that having a baby is one of the most important events in your life, and providing high quality neonatal and maternal care is really what's at the heart of the National Maternity Hospital in Holles Street. The National Maternity Hospital Foundation, it raises vital funds for the National Maternity Hospital with a focus on advancing maternal and neonatal health through funding research and excellent innovation in care as well. And these advances really, and all the research will help reduce risks for mothers and babies, and will help save lives. So I thought it was only apt to kick off the proceedings tonight by speaking to Mary O'Donovan from the National Maternity Hospital Foundation. So we've got Mary on the line here. I just wanted to welcome you, Mary. Mary's from the National Maternity Hospital Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on our event, Mary. And I thought that it would be apt to start the proceedings tonight with yourself from the foundation. And we're just wondering if, maybe for people who are on this call who've never heard about the foundation before, if maybe you could tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
Thanks very much, Trina. Let me just start by saying thank you to you, particularly for going to such an effort for the National Maternity Hospital Foundation, and for all of the mums and babies and dads and grannies and granddads and brothers and sisters and everybody who's involved and engaged and interested in what we do. So as you say, with the National Maternity Hospital Foundation, I mean, the hospital has been around for over 100 years, but the foundation itself was set up in 2014 with the sole purpose of raising funds so that the mums and the babies in the hospital could receive, extraordinary care, so that we can go above and beyond. I mean, you'll know, and I mean, many people who are listening today and tonight will know that the maternity hospital provides the most incredible care to tiny babies. And we see about 8,000 births every year. So that's a lot of families going in and out. And for the most part, people come in, they have their baby, they pack up, they go home, and everything is fine. But for about 1 in 5 of those experiences, and 1 in 5 of those pregnancy experiences, it doesn't really quite go so well. And there are complications. And that's why it's so important that we have the most outstanding and state-of-the-art NICU facility at the hospital, and that's what we have, and that's what many people will have experienced. So in a year we'd have about 1,500 mums and babies go through the NICU, which is the neonatal intensive care unit. It's known as Unit 8 as well. Those people will know it as Unit 8, because that's where they end up, is in Unit 8. That's where the tiny babies are.
Yeah.
And what we're doing in the foundation was established, as I say, in 2014. And in the last 5 years or so, we've raised and spent about 5 million euros in the hospital, in the NICU, with the bereavement team, with the social care team, and all across the hospital, really. So, and that funding has been absolutely just kind of really important in helping the hospital to have the right equipment, the right kind of training, the right innovation, and some of that is invested in research as well, so that babies and mums can arrive, survive, and thrive. And that's our purpose. That's our kind of primary function, is to do that.
And I'm sure at the moment as well, with everything happening with COVID, it's been, I'm sure, such a tough time for families within the NICU. I suppose, like, how have you found that, and has the need increased from the foundation from that side of things as well?
Well, what we found through the kind of the COVID process is that, I mean, the hospital has been really, really excellent, in the sense that when COVID hit, kind of back in February, March, the National Maternity Hospital built a hospital within a hospital. It was really quite amazing. Okay. So they kind of, cordoned off an area of the hospital to deal with potential COVID patients and COVID babies. And then, so as a result of that, it was kind of business as usual in the NICU or in the other departments. However, there was a serious issue for parents and babies, insofar as, dads weren't let in to the hospital anymore, because we were trying to keep a kind of an infectious free environment and not have people going in and out. So what we were able to do in the NICU at the time was we raised some funds, and people were great. They got online, they did online events and things like that. And we were able to buy angel eye cameras, which is like a video camera, and they could be placed over the incubator so that the parents at home could see their little babies in the NICU unit, so that was really, really fantastic. And it was great for mums and dads as well, because it must be awful. I can't even imagine what it would be like to not be able to hold your baby, and when they're so fragile, and not be able to to be there, because of course, if your baby is fragile and in danger and you're worried about them, you want to be there. You want to be able to see what's going on. So we were able to do things like that, and do video calls and chats with mums and dads as well. And can I just say as well that on top of that, while that was going on, people who go through the NICU always talk about the midwives and the nurses and the doctors, and they make it a home from home for the babies. And the parents know that their babies are in the safest hands, and not just medically safe, but they're loving and they're caring, and they look after the babies as if they were their own, so that's really lovely. So that has been heightened, if anything, through the COVID experience.
Yeah, well, I can only imagine with so many people, especially if some of the dads weren't able to be there, and the nurses probably had to step up and be that support system for the parents as well. So no, that is fabulous, and I think the idea of the baby cameras, the angel cameras is amazing as well. It's just to be able to because I'm sure that when you leave the hospital in the evening, many parents probably just want to stay there all night with their baby. So even just having that, knowing that you can see your baby whenever you like is such a huge, amazing support to have. And then, I think one of the things that I love about the charity is the sense of community that you guys have as well. And even, I feel that on your pages and things that you see, NICU babies that are now, 20 years of age, and I think the way in which you keep in contact with the graduates of the NICU is amazing, and it's inspiring probably for the parents that are in the centre at the moment, going through that hard time themselves as well. So how do you nurture that community or afterwards
Well, we find that you're absolutely right, because if you imagine yourself and you put yourself into the shoes of a mum or a dad who has a baby in NICU, and every day is so precious, and you can't really imagine your baby's so tiny and fragile and might have so many medical issues. it's really, really important that you can kind of see a future for them. So when our kind of NICU warriors and our babies and mums and babies, they send back in the videos. I mean, the days of social media are fantastic because we can get all of these kind of videos and little kind of milestones that they can see then, oh, there was this other baby and this baby was very fragile and now is going to school. First day of school is always a big thing, you know, and then the graduation from school and then playing on the football team and being able to do all of these things that when you're looking at your baby in the incubator, you might think to yourself, I can't ever see him or, you know, or her putting on, you know, the Dublin shirt or the Donegal shirt and kind of running out with all their mates, you know, but it does and it can happen and it's really, really important. And what we find is when somebody has had an experience in the hospital and has probably been in the hospital, it could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 6 months, they become part of the community and they keep in touch. And they're always and it's great, our parents are fantastic, they're really proactive, they send us these little updates and the nurses and the midwives, they remember all of these babies, you know, and the photographs go around and they're all like, oh my gosh, you remember such and such is there, you know. So it's a really proactive and very supportive community. And when we put up then a story on social media, you know, if one of our families has come to us and says, I want to tell this story, because they want for mums and parents to understand that there's a way through this, you know, if your baby there's a way through for your baby. And even if there isn't a good outcome for you or your baby, and unfortunately, you know, if the baby, if you know, people lose babies, the parents want other parents to know that there is light though. And there is another way through, and what the hospital is doing with research and innovation is finding ways to make better outcomes for babies who are born too soon. And those parents are always very willing to kind of reach out to other parents who are in a similar situation and to be a support network for them as well. And that's really, really inspiring. And that's kind of one of the profound impacts that working at the foundation has had on me personally, because I have such admiration for people who have been through, you know, a very, very traumatic experience in their lives and are then open enough to share that with other people to help them. I think that's incredible. I really do. Gets me up out of bed in the morning every day.
Yeah, no, and I think like later in the event we're going to hear from Trish McGinty, who's just left the hospital a few weeks ago with her son Fionn, and I think, you know, the whole point of World Prematurity Day is to get out and share experiences and to you know, create that support network for families during this time and into the future as well, you know, because there are a lot of other things that happen, you know, when they leave the hospital.
It's really particularly important World Prematurity Day this year, because normally we would get people back into the hospital, they'd come in and we have coffee and we have balloons and we have all the little kids and they're all running around and everybody's sharing stories and things, and we can't do that this year. So it's really, really great that we have this kind of online presence and that we can engage people online, you know, with the event and with the concert as well. It's just fantastic because it's a touch point for people to kind of go and just remember that there are other people out there having this similar experience, you know. So it's really, really lovely.
Yeah, well, hopefully tonight we will be able to engage people and and we can all connect on our socials as well, and on the National Maternity Hospital Foundation's Facebook page as well. So thank you so much, Mary, for taking the time to talk with us, and hope you stick around and enjoy the music that goes on tonight.
Thank you so much, Trina. Good luck, and it's great. Thanks very much.
Thank you. I also just want to say a huge thank you to Mariette for all her help in putting on this event. There was a lot of emails went back and forth between myself and Mariette, so I really, really appreciate all your help with the fundraiser event and for also sharing the event on all the National Maternity Hospital sites as well. So thank you so much for your support, Mariette. So the next segment of our show is the Little One music video premiere. We were so lucky to have so many amazing parents share special moments between themselves and their babies with us, and to make up this music video. It's a collection of moments between preemie babies and their parents, and it really shows the journey that preemie babies take, and the incredible scary times, and also then the joy as well that comes with seeing them grow. Yeah, and I also just want to say a huge thank you to Riley Medencia, who edited the video and helped me put it all together. So so here is a little one, the music video. Hope you enjoy.
To be seen, little one. Yeah, you caught us unawares, just as the year turned new. Our little chieftain boy, so early to the world. In winter air you fought the storms to survive. So much beauty in the world that we need to treasure for you. Oh, oil's been seeping, coral scorned. So much to do. John said war would be over in 72. And oh, this love comes rushing up as you wrap your fingers around my thumb, and I'll fight for you, be the anchor to your truth. Yeah, I'll fight for you, my little one, my little one. There'll be days I'm far away, and seas will bend the time between our days. Life has few guarantees. Sometimes we're just driftwood on the sea, on the sea. And oh, this love comes rushing up as you wrap your fingers around my thumb,
So next up we have Sasha Terrafers. So Sasha Terrafers is a spoken word artist from Waterford, and I first came across Sasha's poetry through her poem Warrior Women, and I just thought she had the most amazing and impactful voice. And Sasha uses her work as a form of activism, and her poetry is used as a way to draw attention to voices that should be heard and issues that need to be addressed. So we're so excited to have her tonight. So I'm going to pass you over to Sasha now.
Hello everybody, my name is Sasha Terfus. I am a spoken word poet, and I am honoured to be performing here for everyone tonight. This event really means a lot to me, and it means a lot to my family. And the piece that I'm going to read for you is called Adam's Poem, and it's actually a piece that I wrote a couple of years back that really encapsulates the emotions that I felt and the thoughts that I had when my mother miscarried while I was a teenager. So I hope you guys enjoy the piece. I hope that you can take something from it. And yeah. The robin cocks her head towards me, black eyes glinting in yellow light, a glaze shadowing her view. I was 15 when my mother lost the baby, when her womb commanded death and birthed flesh without reason. Tearing the purpose from her own heart's beat, she traded it in return of a pulse. Evil cloaked in white, smirked from behind hospital curtains, accepting her offering, keeping baby for decoration, adding body to display. She still clutches her belly in cold November months. A phantom pain she has never been able to cure nibbles at her sides, suckling from her motherhood. She defeated purpose when her body defeated life. A story she has never been able to finish without sorrow seeping through the cracks in her voice, a womb twisting itself into purgatory. The robin takes flight. She knows. Her blood-stained chest pulsating with secrets whispered into tombstones, she has built her home in a graveyard much like my mother. Every November they sit at the edge of my brother's grave and exchange tips on living within death's grasp. And my mother, she says to her, "Inside myself is a place I live alone, for my body does not harbour life, but death." And to which the robin replies with ease, "No body harbours life, but death, for death is a place in which we all reside." And as she springs towards me, her wings whistling in the breeze, I can hear the faint cries of an infant, a moment where we are all at ease. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Sasha Terfus. The piece is called Adam's Poem, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you so much, Sasha, for sharing those really beautiful and moving pieces with us. We really, really appreciate you being here tonight, so thank you so much for that. For any of you who don't know Sasha, feel free to follow her on Instagram and Facebook at Sasha Terrafers. And also I'm going to put all the links in the description below for all the artists, so please do follow them as well if you can. I'm going to play a few tunes for you now. I'm going to start off with a Declan O'Rourke tune called Galileo, and I really love this song and think it's a beautiful lullaby, so hope you enjoy it.
As a Galilean boy, he wondered what in heavens, who invented such a joy. But the question got the better of his scientific mind. To his blind and dying day, he looked up high, often sighed and sometimes cried. dreamt of someone so divine. Someone like you and made them mine. Love can make you ask some funny questions now and then, but just remember the alternative. For I remember when I was lonely and unhappy, and my lips were cold as ice, and you kissed me, and good heavens, now I'm here in paradise. So if ever you're not kissing me or looking in your eyes, I won't be blind and I won't cry. I look up high and often sigh and thank the guy who puts the rainbow in the sky, who lights the stars at night, who dreamt of someone so divine. Someone like you and made them mine. Someone like you and made them mine. Someone like you and made them mine.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. I am going to continue now with a song that, well, a very special song to me, which was released today, called Little One. So if you haven't already checked it out, you can find it on Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp, yeah, all the different sources. But yeah, you heard it already in the music video earlier, but I wanted to do a live version for you here tonight, and to say a huge thank you to Jenny and Ted, who produced and recorded the track with me, Ted is the guitar orchestra on the track, I like to call him, because he is an absolutely amazingly talented, beautiful human, and you'll get to hear him now on the track. And also to Jenny Judge, who is a dear friend of mine from Cork, and Jenny has been such a support to me, and I feel so privileged to be able to record with such amazing musicians. We hijacked Ted's dad's studio pre-COVID, and recorded this in New York, and it was such a special few days of recording, so yeah, and I'm so delighted with the results, and I hope everybody has enjoyed the single so far. So I'm going to give a live version of that now, and hope you enjoy it.
Hey, little one, so eager to be seen, little one. Yeah, you caught us unawares, just as the year turned new. Our little chieftain born so early to the world in winter days I'm far away, and seas will bend the time between our days. Life has few guarantees. Sometimes we're just driftwood on the sea, on the sea. And all these love comes rushing up as you wrap your fingers around my thumb, and I'll fight for you, be the anchor to your truth. Yeah, I'll fight for you, my little one, my little one, my little one.
Thank you so much for listening and for donating. I can't get over the generosity, so thank you so much. Yeah, keep giving what you can to the amazing National Maternity Hospital Foundation. So I am now going to hand the reins over to the amazing Pet Beast. So Pet Beast is made up of Jenny Judge and Ted Mercaldi, who, as I mentioned earlier, who produced the track Little One. And yeah, they are amazing musicians. So yeah, I hope you enjoy their set. And lads, I'm going to pass it over to you now. So take it away.
Hi everybody, good evening. We are Pet Beast. My name is Jenny Judge and this is Ted Mercaldi. We're delighted to be here this evening celebrating the release of Trina's beautiful new single, Little One. Ted and I had the privilege of working on it with her in the studio, and it was just a really beautiful session, and I think some of that magic seems to have seeped through onto the finished product too. So we are really pleased to be here tonight, and thank you to Trina and big congratulations to you on your gorgeous song. And thank you also to the National Maternity Hospital Foundation, whose Trojan work on behalf of Irish families and Irish society is really, it can't be underestimated. And it's great to have this opportunity to thank these tireless people for working as hard as they do, particularly in times that are as difficult for healthcare professionals as these ones are. So thank you to you guys. So we're going to do two songs. The first one is called Only Beginnings. I hope you enjoy it. It was one of those miraculous mornings. The sky was putting on its most virginal blue. The sun and I kept quiet vigil as the dreams of the city were taking curtain calls. You lay unmoving in the gathering light,
sitting, and every ending is a beginning. There are no endings, there are no endings. For every arriving begins with a leaving, and every mending starts with a sitting, and every sending is a receiving, and there are no endings, there are no endings, there are no endings, 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 endings. Thanks, everybody. That was Only Beginnings. So we're going to do another one now. This one is called Pea Green Boat. Took me a while to remember it. It's hot off the presses. I hope you enjoy this one. I haven't learnt my settings yet. This is a brand new piano. It only arrived the other day, and I'm already deeply, deeply in love with it. Yeah, it's a friend, but we haven't quite got to know each other yet. That's the one. All right, so this one is called Pea Green Boat. I went to sea in a pea green boat, and all I took with me was a £5 note. And they told me I was crazy, but I didn't attend. I knew there'd soon be nobody for me to offend. It's cool as silk and it's hot as steel. Circling the world like a Ferris wheel. Who knows what the curious man may see? If he comes and takes a trip with me. All I
Thank you very much. Thanks a million. That was Pea Green Boat. We are recording some new stuff at the moment, so that'll probably emerge at some point. Check us out on Spotify. We're Pet Beast again. You can find our record portal on Spotify, Bandcamp. Bandcamp preferable if you like the sound of it. That would be really great. We'd love to have your ears around our stuff. Once again, thank you to Trina and congratulations again, and thank you to all of you for listening. Good night.
Thank you so much, Pet Beast, to Jenny and Ted for that amazing performance. As always, really appreciate you being here tonight as well. So thank you for that. And also thank you to everybody who has donated so far. Your kindness is really appreciated. So up next we have Ellie O'Keefe. Ellie O'Keefe is a Cork-born singer-songwriter who is a very dear friend of mine. Ellie and I met in Cork and then also rekindled our friendship in London as well. And she is just the most amazing and kind human, and you really hear how she wears her heart on her sleeve throughout her beautiful songs. She just released a single called Gold, which you will hear hopefully tonight, I think. She is an absolutely amazing songwriter, so please do check her out after the show as well. Ellie recently performed on The Voice UK and was part of Tom Jones's team, so you might have recognised her from that as well. We're so grateful to have her here tonight, and really excited to hear her set. So here's Ellie.
Hi everyone, great to be here tonight. Thanks very much, Trina, for asking me to be part of tonight's event. For a great cause. We're obviously trying to raise money for the National Maternity Hospital in Dublin, which is an amazing place. Trina has definitely told me some stories. I know you hold it close to your heart, Trina. So please get donating, guys. Delighted to be here. There's great artists on the bill tonight, and it's a real pleasure to be part of it. So I hope you enjoy the songs. I'm going to do a song called Gold. I put this out about 2 months ago. So, I thought it was fitting for the event. So, I hope you all enjoy it. Okay. Cause only you and I know our story goes. You lift me with a broken wing, 'cause I tried so hard to fly away from you with your gentle soul. I felt more than you'll ever know. In love it seems so easy when the heart feels it's in the right place. Oh, but you're not thinking clearly. I guess it's falling so completely. 'Cause we were so beautiful one time. Our faded love will be with me all my life, and I'm sure that you know what we had. It was gold, it was gold, it was gold. We danced so close to our favorite songs, spoke of light and life and the ones we loved, playing games and doing silly things. Oh, the little boy in you, he always wins. what we had. It was gold. 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 There's only you and I know how our story goes. A bit rusty from that playing. A couple of mistakes there in my hands, but anyway. Yeah, so that's that one. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I think I'll play maybe one more for you, and I'm going to leave you to the rest of the artists who are fantastic. I'm so looking forward to hearing them. So yeah, thanks again, Trina, for asking me to be a part of this, and thanks to everyone who tuned in, and please donate to such a great cause. Yeah, so hopefully see you all soon. Everyone take care for now, and yeah, so this is a song from my first album. It's called Misled. I'm also not used to playing electric, but anyway, here we go. Okay, so yeah, this is a song from my first album that was 10 years old yesterday. Can't believe that. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. See you soon. Just sitting here thinking of, not really sure, maybe music or love. I thought I could be something good, but that feeling's gone now. I don't think I can cope with the strain. The one thing you love just causes you pain, and I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm not as strong as I was before. I used to put myself through. Is this who I really am? 'Cause I don't know. I don't know. For so long I believed things that you love can be achieved, but things change all the time. It's easy to give up when you fall out of line. So God, you just make me brave. So all I ask of you is my soul be saved. And I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm not as strong as I was before. I used to pull myself through. Is this who I really am? 'Cause I don't know. I don't know. Ooh. Thanks very much for listening, guys. Goodness, my hands just won't work. Weird. Anyway, thanks very much for listening. Please donate. Love to everyone and take care.
So why? Thank you, Ellie. That was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, just, I love your voice, and yeah, really, really appreciate you being here tonight with us. And yeah, as if any of you need me to tell you to go check out Ellie O'Keefe, just please go and look up her single gold, and yeah, catch her on socials as well. I'm sure she has lots of amazing things yet to come for you there as well. So yeah, do check her out. So a huge part of this event is to raise awareness for premature babies and concerns of preterm babies and their families. So today we're so lucky to have Trish McGinty here to share her story with us. Trish's baby Fionn is here today because of the determination of his parents and the courage that they had, and also because of the NICU heroes at the National Maternity Hospital. And we just want to say a huge thank you to all the nurses and doctors at the hospital for all the hard work that they do there. And to Trish, thank you so much for being with us tonight. We're so privileged to have you here, especially right now at a time where many parents have such an incredible distressing time with prematurity, NICU, COVID and access as well. Yeah, we just want to really thank you for being a part of our Born Too Soon virtual fundraiser. And we also want to say congratulations on almost 11 weeks with your beautiful baby boy Fionn. Yeah, Fionn was born at just 30 weeks. And yeah, we're excited to have Trish here to tell us her story. So yeah, I'm just going to hand it over to you, Trish, now, and maybe you could yeah, tell us a bit about your story.
So when I got into the hospital, I was like, this can't be happening. It's too soon. I'm not ready. He's not ready. So I was in shock. I was in shock for a few weeks. And when he was born as well, I felt this huge sense of guilt that I couldn't have kept him inside for longer, because he was meant to develop inside of me, and instead he had to develop inside an incubator. And I felt so guilty. And I kept thinking about, what did I do? What didn't I do? So that was really hard. And he was so small. I was so scared to even touch him. So I also felt like I was robbed of my third trimester. I saw all of I was on a ward with new mothers who had their babies, and they were looking after their babies, and then I was the one there with no baby, because he was downstairs. And then when I was discharged, all I saw were happy parents leaving with their baby in their car seat, and I was just thinking, when will that be me? So I think it's important to feel all of those feelings, to feel the feelings of guilt, to feel like it's unfair, and why did it happen to me? Why was I the one? And then to acknowledge that, and to be able to move forward from that, because you will move forward from that. And the only way I moved forward was talking about it. I wrote a journal. I recorded voice notes when I didn't feel like writing, and I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to get through it, because it does require a lot of strength. So what I had to keep telling myself was, take each day, don't think further than tomorrow, and stop thinking, when are we going to get out of here? Just focus on the moment. And surprisingly, and a lot of other parents will say this in the NICU, it feels like a really comfortable home when you're going in there every day. You have the family of all the nurses and doctors, everyone, all the teams working there, and it starts to feel like a home that it doesn't seem so bad, because everyone is helping everybody.
And can you tell us a little bit about Fionn's journey from when he went into the NICU and yeah.
So Fionn, when he was born, he was 3 pounds 3 ounces, and he was immediately whisked off in an incubator. And when I saw him about two and a half hours later, the doctors were saying, we're really happy with him. He just needs to gain weight. He's very small, but he's breathing on his own. So my role then was to make sure that I was expressing my milk so that I could get to him as soon as possible so that he could grow. So it was a couple of days like that where I would go and see him every day, and I was a couple of days in the hospital, so I was able to pop down to him. But then on day 6, when I went in to visit Fionn, he was having problems with his breathing, and he was actually holding his breath. And a couple of the nurses were saying they weren't really happy with his color. A lot of premature babies have jaundice, so it's not unusual that they would have the lights to help with that. So I thought, oh, maybe we need more of the lights. But I knew something wasn't right, and I was doing skin to skin with him. And usually when you do skin to skin, that really, really helps them. So I thought, okay, I'll just do skin to skin all day. So I was there from 10 a.m. And then when we got to about 4 p.m. and myself and one of the nurses were like, we just don't feel like something's right. So more and more doctors were coming in, and within the space of 30 minutes, Fionn just went downhill. He went all limp and he lost all color, and they rushed him back into the first room, NICU 1, which is where babies go when they're really sick. And that was incredibly scary because at that point we didn't know what was wrong with Fionn. We had no idea. So there were so many doctors around him. I'm pretty sure there were all the doctors that were, there was about 15 people around him. And they were doing all of these tests, asking me loads of questions. And what I find really hard is I just wanted someone to hold me. And I wanted to grab someone's arm, but because of COVID, everyone was keeping their distance and we're all wearing our masks.
Yeah.
And I just remember I just wanted to like collapse on the floor, because at that point I thought everything was going great, which it had, and then all of a sudden things just changed really rapidly. So we didn't know what was wrong. So the doctors had to do loads of tests, and it took a couple of days for the tests to come back. And when we found out that what he had was sepsis, which he got from one of the tubes in his arm, which apparently is common for premature babies. That, again, something I wasn't aware of, because their skin is so thin that it can happen. But that tube needed to be in his arm because he needed the nutrients. So we couldn't have avoided it. It was just really unfortunate. So that was a major setback for us. Fionn had to go on lots of antibiotics, and he was on them for 2 weeks. So it meant that he was longer in the incubator. I couldn't hold him as much. I couldn't hold him at all when he was really sick. So all I could do was sometimes we could open the little doors in the incubator, and I could put my hand on his head and like cup his head, which apparently premature babies they find that comforting.
So I just want to go back to your story where we left off, where Fionn was in the NICU again, and what was his road to recovery like from there?
Yeah, so I remember one of the most amazing nurses, she's called Anna, and she said to me, tonight Fionn is the sickest baby in here, but
that won't always be the case. And that really struck a chord with me, because I was like, okay, we need to get to tomorrow. And I remember it was a Thursday. So then I said to Fionn, I just kept talking to him, and I was like, Friday is going to be our day. I love Fridays. You know, we can get through this. And Friday, he still wasn't okay, but I was like, okay, we'll get to Saturday. So I just kept pushing forward. And we graduated to HDU, the high dependency unit, and I remember even celebrating that. I was like, he's going to HDU, he's not in the unit where are just worried every minute. And there were so many different milestones. So the day that he finished his antibiotics, to the day that I was able to hold his feeding tube and spend more time skin to skin. Mm-hmm. And then the day he moved to a cot, we could actually put clothes on him. So there were many different milestones that you celebrate in the moment. We were there a total of 5 weeks. So I know some people's journey is shorter, some people's journey is longer. And looking back, those 5 weeks went very, very quickly. Once Fionn got over the sepsis and the antibiotics did their magic, he just progressed ever since. So again, the focus is back to making sure that he was gaining weight. Fionn was born at 30 weeks. So usually babies in the womb develop the sucking method when they're about 34, 35 weeks. So he actually wasn't able to breastfeed or suck a bottle until he reached 34, 35 week mark, and he came out of hospital at 35 weeks. So he only was taking a bottle in the hospital with my expressed milk from 2-3 days before he left. So I was still, when we got out of the hospital, I was still continuing a lot of new milestones with Fionn, and he was developing every single day. And ever since.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining us today, Trish, and for telling your story as well. I said to you before, like, I just think that, that you the preemie parents are absolute heroes, and everything you go through, I just think that your positive outlook on it, and the inspiration that you hopefully have given to some people on the call tonight, has been really great. And thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the music for the rest of the night as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to Trish for joining us again. And thank you everybody for all your really kind and generous donations so far tonight. I actually can't get over the kindness, and really, really thank you so much for that. We are now moving to the last act of our show tonight. But before we do, I just want to say that the show will be on the Just Giving page. It'll live here, so if you have any friends or family that want to come and see the show, please do share the link with them, and tell them about the event as well. Our final artist this evening is Cork-born musician Stephanie Rainey. Stephanie is the most amazing singer-songwriter, and she had a very emotional and beautiful track, Please Don't Go, out a few years ago, and she's also just released a track called Why Are We Waiting, with John Gibbons, so please do go and check her out on Spotify and on her socials as well. We are so grateful to have Stephanie here tonight, so enough for me, I'm going to pass you over to Stephanie now.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie Rainey. I hope you're all enjoying the live stream so far. I am absolutely delighted to be joining you guys this evening to play some songs to raise some money for the amazing people at Holles Street National Maternity Hospital. I'm going to play a few tunes for you, and all that we ask for in return is that you make a small donation. So I'm going to start off with a song called 100 Like Me, and I hope you enjoy it. I hide it when I try to speak. She holds me like a dog on a leash. I'm running, she won't let me breathe. If I'm honest, she's making me cold, a demon. She's stripping my soul. I'm feeling like people see but nobody knows. Oh, 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 oh. But there must be another 100 like me. Oh, there must be another 100 like me. Oh, there must be another 100 like me. Tell me, tell me, tell me, I'm not the only one hiding. I'm not the only one hiding. An army won't keep her away. Who are we without all the pain? She's bringing me down, but I can get back up. A mirror that holds all the cracks. I've asked it, but it won't talk back. I'm feeling like people only see what I like. Oh, 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 oh. But there must be another 100 like me. Oh, there must be another 100 like me. Oh, there must be another 100 like me. Tell me, tell me, tell me, I'm not the only one hiding. I'm not the only one hiding. Whoa, 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 I'm not the only one. There must be another 100 like me. Oh, there must be another 100 like me. Oh, there must be another 100 like me. Tell me, tell me, tell me, I'm not the only one hiding. I'm not the only one hiding. The next song I'm going to play for you guys is a song called Why Are We Waiting, and I just released that a couple of weeks ago. It was a collaboration with John Gibbons. I'm going to do kind of more stripped back version of it this evening, and I guess the song is really about living life while you can, and not taking anything for granted, and not letting anything hold you back, which I think sometimes we're all a little bit guilty of. So I hope you enjoy this. It's Why Are We Waiting? We're a little broken, stuck inside a moment, lost in a world where we don't make sense. Scared of being lonely, no one ever told me just how hard this feeling gets. Far away from all the hate, we find a little hiding place. Never change no matter what they say. Run away from all the noise, the things that make us paranoid. Never change no matter what they say. What are we waiting for? Everything here is ours, telling us life's too short. Why are we waiting? What are we waiting for? Everything here is ours, telling us life's too short. Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? We're a little in between. We're not where we're supposed to be, in a world where we don't make sense. Trying to be honest, broken like a promise. Hope's our only real defense. Far away from all the hate, we find a little hiding place. Never change no matter what
they say. Run away from all the noise, the things that make us paranoid. Never change no matter what they say. What are we waiting for? Everything here is ours, telling us life's too short. Why are we waiting? What are we waiting for? Everything here is ours, telling us life's too short. Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? Whoa, whoa. 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 What are we waiting for? Everything here is ours, telling us life's too short. Why are we waiting? What are we waiting for? Everything here is ours, telling us life's too short. Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting?
So I'm going to leave you guys with one last song. I've really enjoyed this evening, and if you have, please do try and dig deep and make a donation to Hollis Street. Everything makes a huge difference. I'm going to leave you guys with a song called Question Mark, which feels deceptively happy, but is in fact a bit of a sad song. If you know it and you're in your living room in the privacy of your own home, get up, jump around, sing. If you don't, and you'd like to go check out my music anywhere, you'll find me on Stephanie Rainey across the board. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, like Spotify, everywhere. I'm Stephanie Rainey. Thank you so much to Trina and all the gang for asking me to take part. I hope we raise a lot of money for the amazing guys at Hollis Street. And wherever you are, sending my love. Take care. Thank you so much. Question mark.
You were mine when we were younger. Growing up drew us apart. I still know your parents' number, and you were still my deepest scar. But how come every time I see you, I almost end up in your arms? We were never really over. Maybe you'll always be my question mark. And I'm scared we'll both regret it when we're older. mark.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, for that beautiful performance, and thank you so much for being a part of the event tonight. We really, really appreciate it. So thank you for taking the time to be here with us. So yes, to everybody who has donated, to everybody who has just come here tonight and made the time to be here on World Prematurity Day, I just want to say a huge, huge thank you to you all. And yeah, I'm just absolutely blown away by all the donations, and it's really, really going to help the National Maternity Hospital Foundation to do the good work that they are doing. So thank you so much for that. So just before we go, I do have a few thank yous, because I would definitely did not by any means do this event by myself, so I just want to say a huge thank you to my lovely fiance Riley Medincia for all his help and support throughout this whole process, from all his technical help to posters to editing the music video. He's been an absolute star, so thank you, Riley, for all your help. And also to the lovely Vicky Warwick, who helped with press and socials for the event as well, and for the single release. And to all the parents and babies that were a part of the Little One music video. It was, during COVID, it was, we had to get creative with the music videos, and everybody really joined together and did everything they could to make sure we had something great to release on World Prematurity Day. So thank you so much for that. And also to Marriott and Mary from the National Maternity Hospital Foundation for all their help and support for the event. And to all the artists who performed here tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be here with us, to share your beautiful music and your poetry as well, and we really, really appreciate it. So thank you to Sasha Terrafers, to Ellie O'Keefe, to Pet Beast, which is Jenny Judge and Ted Mercaldi, and also to Stephanie Rainey for being here tonight. So we really hope that you all enjoyed the evening, and again, feel free to share the event and tell a friend as well. And for me, Trina O'Neill, I just want to say thank you so much, and hope to see you all soon.